Tough look. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another beautiful, I don't know why I said that, beautiful episode? I could say
I
that.
mean, it's always a beautiful
A
episode, no?
beautiful episode of the VectorCast where we talk all things CDL, gaming, streaming, etc., etc. I'm your host, Monk's Blood, and there's my beautiful co-host, the international businessman. Guys paying taxes.
That one's sticking. That one's sticking, is it?
Paying taxes to foreign lands. Mr. Illing, how are you, my
By
friend?
the way, I'm not paying taxes to England. I only pay American taxes.
That's
now.
right. Forget the Queen.
I'm doing well, my man. I'm doing well. It's been a couple of weeks since we've had a CDL event, so I'm looking forward to get back into it.
Yes, sir. Me too. Forward to it. Gotta start making some moves on the pick'ems. I gotta start climbing a little bit closer.
You gotta start catching me if you're gonna have a chance at champs.
What am I down by? Like 5, maybe? Oh no, this is a new major. So
New major, so we're starting from scratch. I am 3-0 up.
yeah, I gotta.
Overall on the majors, so I mean I pretty much won. Let's be honest, but
I mean, well, we might be able to sweeten the pot a little bit.
maybe we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, no, it's exciting times. A lot of we're going obviously into Major 4 coming up. The final major before champs, so the last push for some teams to try and get into champs. Some teams were right on the edge. Obviously, champs was announced that it is going to be hosted in LA this year.
La La
again.
Land. What?
For the third year in a row, it's getting kind of boring now. Call of Duty, come on, let's change up a little
I thought they
bit.
were going to London. Dude.
Let's go to London and have a party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the players wanted to go to London. The fans wanted to be in London. So why aren't we in London? Why aren't we?
Is there any FaZe fans out there in London? Gotta be.
I mean, I'm sure there are. There are FaZe fans all over the world, buddy.
I'm getting tired of them getting booed, man. It's getting a little depressing.
It's not going to change. Let's be honest. At this point, FaZe are being booed because for the fun of it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I know Simp says that he gets a huge amount of anxiety from it, and like it actually affects his mental health.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it affects all their mental health. Nobody likes getting booed.
I know. I think Celium loves it.
Arcees might like it too, actually.
Arcees likes it. I think Arcees and Cell love it. Abizi and Simp though, not so sure.
Come on, guys, like, want to be friends. What are we talking about?
Right.
Let's just hang out.
Yeah, I mean, going into Major 4 as well, we've got quite a few roster changes coming in. I mean, a lot of teams on that borderline just like, we need to do something to change. LA Thieves, once again, not doing a single frickin' thing.
And
so their
you
roster
called
stays
for them.
the same.
But they ended up, there was a little glimmer of light.
They had a little glimmer of hope. I'd like to say that that's going to continue through Major 4, but they're still right on the edge.
I don't know.
So it's worrying. But teams around them making changes. Talk about the LA Gorillas to start with. Huge changes from them. They got rid of Asim. They got rid of Gunless, bringing back in Spark and bringing over Neptune from the New York Subliners.
That's a crazy move.
It's a good move for the Gorillas. They've been really struggling. They've been really struggling to find form. It's since Major 2, I don't know if they've won a game. Maybe they have won one, and it was against Paris. Like they're really in struggle, and if they want to make champs, they've got to pop off over Major 4. London Royal Ravens also making a change. Harry goes out to be replaced by Gizmo. Gizmo is back in the league after being out for the last 2 majors due to kind of health issues, I believe they were, or family issues. I'm not sure quite what was going on with Gizmo, but he is back for the London Royal Ravens.
Where are you getting all these? So I'm on the Call of Duty League right now.
I'm on CDL Intel, bro. CDL Intel on Twitter.
This is not.
No, they're not. They're not up to date on the website. I did check that earlier.
This is.
They're not up to date at all.
I'm on Florida Mutineers right now, and a lot of this stuff hasn't been updated in years. Recent updates.
Right.
2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah,
Who's
nah,
running this? Who's running the
they need
site,
some
dude?
new. They need some new website admins, that's for sure. Anyway,
That's
rumored, it
crazy.
hasn't been confirmed yet, but it looks like Illy will be back in for Pro Loot. Although there has been talk today actually that Pro Loot might still be on that roster, on that starting roster, starting Major 4. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe it's because Illy isn't 100% yet.
Whoa, let's go back a little bit. I was a little distracted clicking around on the internet. You know how it gets. I'm an old man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm browsing the internet. Browsing the internet messes me up a
anything.
little bit. Did you say LA Gorillas dropped? Was it Sib? No,
Asim and Gunless.
Asim,
Yeah,
the veteran.
both of them veterans. And Gorillas all like trying to change things up. I mean, Neptune has a lot of experience in the league. Spa obviously with that Major 2 heroics that he had with the Volk. But after Major 2, he didn't really kind of do anything.
So they got Slasher.
So
no, Slasher's on it.
It's Slasher, Hook, Neptune, and Spa is their starting 4.
Okay, I mean Hook and Slasher played really well.
I mean, Hook's a veteran, Slasher's a veteran, and then they've got 2 young guns in Spark and Neptune. Neptune has more experience than Spark does, obviously with playing with the New York subliners this season, and he was in the league last year as well. So I think it's a good team that the Gorillas have going into Stage 4. I just wonder how many scrims they're going to have together going into it, and if they're going to be ready, really,
Yeah.
for it. Another team that has definitely been confirmed is the Boston Breach. They have made a change. They have dropped Big Cap.
What? Was he not playing?
So
he wasn't really playing well.
he wasn't playing badly, but he wasn't playing that well. The Breach did say that Cap will be a sub for them, and they have no intentions of moving him on. He is part of their long-term plans.
Okay.
Just they need to find something before the end of this season to secure their place at champs. So that starting 4 is going to be Methods, TJ Halley, Nero, and Vivid.
Okay.
So honestly,
you think
a
they're
pretty
both
good looking Boston Breach team.
You think they're both good subs? Is
Yeah,
that gonna
I think
affect your pick'ems at all? You gonna have LA Gorillas winning a game?
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. It's one of those where I just don't know how much they're gonna have time to gel.
Yeah.
As a roster, I mean, I'll obviously have to see who they're playing against. Like, if they're playing against a lower team,
possibly,
then I'll probably maybe pick for them to win. But if they're playing against, like Optic FaZe, I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, still unsure if Illy is going to be back on the starting 4 at the start of Major 4.
for Optic.
For Optic, there's talks that ProLoot might carry on in that starting spot with Illy on the bench. I would think if Illy is back to 100%, he goes straight back into that starting 4.
Yeah,
so maybe
so
the reason why he's not starting is because he's not 100% right yet. Which is sensible from Optic. They don't want to lose him for champs. So why would you risk it? Honestly, they've already qualified for champs, so they don't need to do really anything. Florida hasn't been confirmed yet, but we know that Vivid has obviously left. He's gone to Boston Breach. Rumors are that Dav Paddy will also be benched by Florida, with Major Maniac coming back into the starting 4, and 2 Real, who is a Spanish player from EU Challengers. I believe he's on Toronto Ultra EU Academy side.
Yeah.
He's coming into that starting 4 as well. Those are the rumors. Again, these haven't been confirmed, even though we're only literally 3 days away from Major 4 starting up. So I'm sure over the next couple of days we'll get a lot more clarification on roster changes. And then
Ooh.
Paris also look like they're dropping John.
And you know who they're
And
bringing in? This is funny.
they're bringing in Johnny. They're
Yeah,
dropping John for Johnny,
yeah,
but
yeah.
again,
Younger
hasn't
cat.
been confirmed. So we will look to see what will happen there. I mean, look, I think for the teams that have made roster changes, I, I think they're good moves. They needed a change up. I don't know what to say about LA Thieves because that team has so much potential there to be a top team in the CDL, and they just haven't performed. So are they just giving it the time to let them find that form? The thing is, they're running out of time. Going into Major 4 now, they sit 8th in the points.
Mm.
Gorillas sit 7th. Gorillas have made a double change to their roster. So, like, I mean,
It's gonna be
yes, I know
interesting.
the Gorillas have been on a lot worse form than the Thieves in recent weeks. But are we gonna? Is that roster change gonna really push the Gorillas back into that kind of top 6 situation?
That's interesting. Like, Florida is in the hunt. Why would they get rid of Vivid, you think?
I think
They're gonna rebuild? Like, they're gonna chalk
I
it?
think they're trying to. Yeah, I don't know if they're chalking it for the year. I think they want something different. I think Vivid, he's a great route man, and he will run routes for days, which I think he's going to do great on Boston, especially replacing Big Cap because Big Cap is that man for them. Big Cap is the one who they kind of give free roam to, go on around the map and just play
Yeah.
routes.
Yeah.
I think that Vivid will do exactly that. But I think that Florida need a more solid style of playing. I think that's what they call for. You had Dav Paddy and Vivid, who both kind of went AWOL a lot of the time. So I think that's why the changes come in. They want something more stable. They want something more secure with their roster. And I expect them to find a little bit of form because I think that Florida roster looks if they do bring in back in Major Maniac, and they do bring in Real, who I saw a little bit during champs, not champs, over the challenges.
Yeah.
In Major 3, looks like a very, very good player. So um, opportunities. Obviously, there are a lot of teams who haven't made any changes. LA Thieves, Atlanta FaZe, also Minnesota haven't made a change.
Yeah.
Seattle Surge. I mean, why would Seattle after what they've just done?
Did
Subliners haven't made any changes either.
did Toronto, nothing with Toronto.
Oh, Toronto have stayed the same roster. They'll keep that same roster there. I think Toronto are really starting to find form now. They look like a very strong team, and I expect them to be challenging in Major 4.
Heck, yeah, you do.
I kind of love my EU boys.
Couple majors ago, you said they were very middle.
A couple of majors ago, I said they were the most average
They're
team
mid.
in the league, Monks.
They're
I said
like
they were the most. They were a mid-tier team.
yeah, just like Drake's new album.
After
So mid.
Mid. That's not even mid.
That's not even mid.
Dude, that doesn't even make mid. But Toronto, Major 3, they really started to find form. I'm excited to see what they can do in Major 4.
All right. You want to do these pick'ems there, Daddy?
Yeah, let's do the pick'ems.
Let's get into the pick'ems.
Let's beat Monks for a 4th major in a row. So we start off on the Friday 24th. So this Friday, start off with a decent game, which could see a very new look Florida Mutineers going up against a dead and buried New York Subliners.
You think?
I'm pretty sure they can't even qualify for champs anymore.
Yeah, but now you can, mess with some other people. I don't know. I mean, you obviously don't give up. You play hard.
But... I don't know. And when I say dead and buried, I'm not trying to say that New York are not going to turn up and not going to play properly. Of course they are. They're Call of Duty pros.
They just had a bad start, dude. They just had
a bad season.
So poorly. You think it's the game?
I think they just didn't have the roster, and I still don't think they have the roster.
You know what's going to be nuts is when we play Modern Warfare 2 for 2 years. What are they going to do? That's going to be nuts.
They've got to bring in new maps each year for the CDL, change up the maps. It's got to be fresh.
Have to. You can't just.
You cannot play the same maps for 2 years.
That's crazy if they did.
They can't. They know they can't. The CDL, like the players would riot over it if they had to do the same maps for 2 years. And the fans would too. The viewership's already dropping off towards the end of Vanguard. So
that's very true.
I mean, even if so, imagine if they did the same maps for 2 years. Towards the end of that second year, you're barely going to get any fans watching. Maybe Champs you will, because Champs is Champs, but
yeah,
during the regular season, during the majors, the viewership would drop massively.
So you want to do just Fridays, and then we'll watch the matches, and then we'll see Saturday's games.
No, we're going to do it the same way we always do it, Monks. Why are you trying to change it up?
Come on, man! I gotta win. I need to win Major 4.
You know what's going to happen. I'm going to forget to do them.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly. So we may as well just do them now, because otherwise we're going to forget.
All right. So you think it's a 3-0?
I don't, but I am going 3-1 Florida. I didn't say it was going to be 3-0. I said 3-1.
Anybody? Subliner's the same team. Roster change.
No roster changes for New York. Possible 2 roster changes. Definitely 1 for Florida.
Well, Major Maniac, he's a great player. If they can get
he's a very, very good S&D player. Very good S&D player.
That could be, or it could,
and that could be
make
the
a
piece
move.
Florida are missing.
Yeah, they could potentially. They have 2 games this weekend, so we're gonna see a good bit of them.
But the second one is against a very strong Minnesota Rocky side.
So that's gonna be a good test. Good test to see.
Who I think just had a bad day when it came to Major 3. They just had a bad day. They looked so strong going into that major, but they had the 5-0 curse going in. So
yeah, that was a tough look. Who do you think? Do you think anyone's gonna win this each week? Like go 5-0 or whatever.
It depends. It depends if Illy's back. If Illy's back on Optic, I can see them going 5-0.
That probably phase. No big deal.
Going through their team. Going through their matchups, they play Boston, they play Minnesota, then they play Paris, then New York, and then finishing it with Toronto. I mean, they haven't got the hardest games. Toronto will be a test, Minnesota will be a test. But if they've got Illy back in there, I see them going 4-1 or 5-0.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Florida. And then I'm interested to see this. This is gonna be a good. Next game's gonna be a great test for Boston with see if they did well on their changes.
Yeah, there's gonna be a big change for a big site to see if Vivid is the change that Boston needed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, maybe they take 1 off of Optic, even with.
There were a lot of talks when Boston was coming in that Vivid was going to be part of their roster. Obviously, that didn't happen as he went to Florida. But it's going to be interesting. I think I like the look of that Boston team.
So they wanted him to start the season.
There were rumors of it. It was never confirmed if they wanted him. Also, there was talk of a Washington franchise that was going to come in before Boston was announced. They were also eyeing up Vivid as well. So, I mean, look, he's a good player.
Eyeing up, eh?
They were eyeing him up.
Eyeing up, eh? All right. Hey, yo, what are we saying?
Brad, what are you on
What are we doing?
You have to make anything so sus all the time.
That's super sus.
I'm gonna go Toronto. Not Toronto. That's
Optic
3-1.
I'm
gonna go Optic 3-0.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
And that's on the basis that I think Illy will be back.
Oh man, yeah. If Illy's back to start, that's gonna be a tough look for Boston.
But that might not happen, and it might be ProLoot. But I think ProLoot's really starting to find form.
But yeah, he's still really good too. So
I think that Boston team will use that. I don't think they're gonna lose every game throughout Stage 4, for sure. But I think
maybe week 2 they'll start.
I think that game against Optic is just too soon for them.
Yeah. Okay. Ultra Gorillas is it a 3-0 or you think?
Yeah. No, I'm going 3-1. I expect that Gorillas team to pick up on that.
That would be nice. I mean, that'd be nice for them.
Other than that, I think it's a dominant victory for Ultra.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-0 on that one. The Boston one, actually, I'm gonna go 3-1. I think they might get one game. One game off Optic.
Okay, so moving on to the Saturday games, we have London Royal Ravens
Saturday.
kicking off against Toronto Ultra.
What are we doing? What are we saying here? What do you think?
I mean, I've gone first every time, and you copied me every single one. So I think it's you to go, buddy.
You went 3-1 for Gorillas, right? You had Gorillas taking one. I went 3-0. I also went.
You changed that.
Nah, 3-0. Toronto. New York, Florida. I got 3-1.
Which is the same as me.
Boston and Optic. I got 3-1. Boston stealing one.
You just changed that from 3-0, which I had.
No, dude, you're hammered. Go watch the VOD, dog.
Okay. Whatever you say. We'll go watch the VOD.
London. Let's see what we got going on here.
So London obviously making that change, bringing back in Gizmo. Is it going to be enough to beat Toronto? For me, no.
I don't think they beat Toronto, but will they get a game? Question. Will they get a map or two? I think 3-0. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, I gone 3-1. 3-1 Toronto.
Ooh.
Then 4:30, Battle of the Underperformers.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
We got New York Subliners, LA Gorillas.
Yikes. And obviously we say that with the kindest. All these guys are amazing at the game.
These guys are absolute demons.
This is just for comedy purposes.
Right.
LA Gorillas.
In fairness, both teams have been massively underperforming this year.
Yeah, and they know that as well. I mean, New York should be a lot better.
New York should be a top 5 team in the league,
100%,
especially with that roster. And I mean, Gorillas, I thought they'd be doing better.
I think this is going to be a long one.
They did have that win. They did have that win at Major 2, obviously. So, guess more one underperforming team rather than the other.
I think it's gonna be 3-2. I'm leaning towards Gorillas. I think they might. This might be what they need. So I'm gonna go 3-2 Gorillas for the New York.
I also have the Gorillas, but I've gone 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Yep.
This is gonna be a good one. Next match. Be a good match.
Yeah. So Minnesota obviously going through unbeaten in stage 3 up until Major 3. Going up against Optic Texas.
Which would be nice.
I think this is gonna be a good. I think this would be a great game.
This is,
especially if Illy's back.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota really underperformed at Major 3, and were surprising in how much they underperformed.
It's interesting.
But will they bounce back? That's the question. Will they bounce back in Major 4? They still got a little bit to do to actually qualify for champs. So I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. One thing I did forget actually to mention is that we do actually have have what is it? I've lost it.
What's going on?
The bounties are back for this week.
Is that what?
Not just this week, but over stage 4. So the bounty matches, which if a team wins, they win $10,000. So the 2 games this week are Florida, New York. That game on the first day.
First game.
And then LA, Boston is the other one.
Why don't they have them like a little star next to them or something?
Because they're not very. That's extra coding.
Oh, dude, yeah. Minnesota, they need to turn it up if they're trying to make a run for champs. They'll be playing hard.
Yeah, they've got to play hard. They've got to win out pretty much. But I don't see them doing it against Optic.
See, I'm gonna go the other way. I think they are gonna do it. I think it's gonna be 3-2 Minnesota over Optic. Illy's gonna be back, but I don't think he's gonna be 100%.
See, I've gone 3-1 Optic, even if it's Pro Loop.
Yeah. I mean, Pro Loop's really, but we gotta mix it up a little bit. Here's your boys. Next game: LA Thieves, Boston Breach. But the subs, let's see. What LA Thieves is going to show up? That's the real question.
That's always the question. It's the question every game.
Every single
which LA
game.
Thieves team is actually going to show up? I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm so like over trying to predict LA Thieves games.
So hard. Yeah. I think. All right, Saturday night, 7:30. They've been playing COD for maybe an hour or two, getting ready for the game. I think they 3-1 Boston. I'm thinking.
I'm going closer. I'm going 3-2 Thieves.
Okay.
I think they're going to win Game 5 S&D against what everyone thinks will happen. If it goes to that Game 5, everyone's going to be predicting Boston to win this. I think LA Thieves are going to win 2 S&Ds, not just 1.
Okay.
All right, then we move on to the Sunday. We have Paris Legion, Seattle Surge. Obviously, Major 3 champion Seattle Surge against
last team in the
league.
league.
How do I put this? Yeah, the last team in the league. That's the nice way of putting it. Bottom team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
A growing team. Let's just say that.
A
team for the future.
They've won 24 games all season.
And that's not 24 games, that's 24 maps.
Yes. GW. That's that GW, baby. I'm becoming a numbers guy. I'm being numbers monks.
Numbers monks?
I'm gonna start getting into the stats.
Yeah.
Big stat guy.
I doubt it.
3-0.
This is easiest
this
one
is
for me.
3-0.
3-0 Seattle Surge. Even with Paris' roster change, I don't see it changing much.
This should be interesting. Next one.
The 4:30 game. Minnesota Rokia against the Florida Mutineers.
Minnesota, I mean. Florida played really good last May.
They did play well.
I don't know.
But it will be interesting to see how many roster changes they make.
I think Minnesota might have fiber. You know what I mean? They might. I don't know if all these teams have fiber. Maybe they have fiber, and that's why they play way better at home. Chilling.
I'm sure they all have fiber.
I mean, they definitely they all need fiber, but
they definitely all have it.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah,
imagine they did it.
For me. I'm going 3-1 Minnesota Rocket.
3-1. I'm going 3-0 Minnesota. And then
the last game of the weekend, the double points, the marquee match.
Got to get this one 100% right, okay?
Atlanta FaZe versus the LA Thieves.
3-0 FaZe.
3-1.
No shot.
3-1 Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe. LA Thieves. They're not
Lock in those freaking predictions, monks.
I'm locked in. Save prediction. I'm gonna come back and edit them on after Friday's game. I'm gonna change Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna get dialed in.
All right, so obviously we're all looking forward to Major 4 kicking off this weekend. Obviously, it's going to be hosted, a dual host by both Boston Breach and the New York Subliners in New York City. Boston are hosting the Challengers, whereas New York Subliners are hosting the actual event, the CDL event. So, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. But hey, monks, we got something a little bit closer than Friday, don't we? Got something going on this Thursday. Starts tomorrow, really, and then moves into Thursday.
I work all day tomorrow. I work Thursday night. Are you talking about? Are they?
It's nothing to do with your work schedule, bro.
Are they doing the new season?
It is the new season of Call of Duty. Season 4 is upon us. We have 2 more seasons left. Well, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. So 3 seasons left of Call of Duty Vanguard before Modern Warfare 2 comes out.
Quick question. Did you pre-order Modern Warfare 2?
I haven't yet. I will do.
Well, why?
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I?
Early
Hey,
access, bruh.
I need the
Early
early
access.
access, baby.
Bruh, I need to start grinding those
Oh,
guns.
I need the
I'm
camos.
making a point. I'm making a point. This year, I'm doing camo challenges.
Okay,
Didn't do it for
I
Vanguard.
can do
I
that
didn't
with
do
you.
it for Cold War.
You want to do them?
Didn't do it for Cold War. But Modern Warfare 2, before Warzone 2 comes out, I'm grinding camos.
Okay, let's do it. I'll join in with you. We'll do the potty, and then we'll
I'm getting
dominate.
Metro to do it as well, and he'll hate his life.
And then we'll do the potty, and then we'll grind camos afterwards.
Sounds good. All right.
Is there gonna be ranked off the rip?
I believe so. Yes.
Love
They
that.
did. I think they said there was going to be ranked play off the rip.
I love that.
Which I mean is interesting because obviously the CDL doesn't start for a couple of months, so they're gonna. I guess they're gonna have chosen the CDL maps for that first year, basically before release.
Oh yeah.
Which,
usually they take a little bit of time. It looks like they're getting right into season 4 quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with season 4 of Warzone and Call of Duty, we have a lot of new things coming. Obviously, a lot of new 2 new weapons we'll have. We don't know really much about them yet. Obviously, patch notes.
I got the names of them.
We have the names?
Yeah, the Marco 5 looks like a SMG, and it looks like the UGM 8. It looks like there's 3 weapons, honestly.
Okay, so you're looking at something a little different to what I am.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at obviously the new map that we are getting with season 4 for Warzone, which is Fortune's Keep.
Yeah, Resurgence map. Yeah.
A new Resurgence map. It does not mean that this is the end of Rebirth Island. Rebirth Island will still be involved. For the next couple of weeks, it's going to be on a rotation system with Fortune's Keep. Actually, no, sorry. Next couple of weeks, all 3 maps are going to be available.
Interesting.
Apart from this first week. This first week, it's only going to be Fortune's Keep. Then onwards for the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's just going to be. Then it's going to be mainly Fortune's Keep, but you will still be able to play quads on Rebirth. And then there's a week where literally every day it's swapping between Rebirth and Fortune's Keep.
Interesting to see the analytics on that. Like, do you think people are? I mean, obviously,
I think this is what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
they're
get
trying
some
to
data.
Suss out, they're trying to suss out which map is going to be better to have as their main one. I feel like it would be stupid for them to, even if Rebirth is more popular, for them to get rid of it straight away. Because
so many people just jump in and play Rebirth.
Right. And I think that's what Fortune's Keep could be. I'm slightly worried about Fortune's Keep at the same time.
It's a bigger map, right?
It's a bigger map, and there's a lot more rat spots. So I'm worried about that because, especially of how ratty Rebirth Islands got recently, I'm worried about that for sure.
I think it's just the game in general.
I'm excited. No, it is.
The players. It's the players in general, you know.
Right.
Just like,
That's what I'm worried about. Is the players are just going to come over to Fortune's Keep, and it's going to be the same old shit. But anyway,
what is it like?
I honestly really like the look of the map.
Map looks great. I think it's what 4 times bigger than the island.
4 times bigger than Rebirth Island, I believe. So it's exciting that we're going to get a bigger map that's not as big as Caldera.
More players.
But it's a bigger. I believe it is going to have more players. I don't think it's going to have. I believe it's going to be. I think it's going to be more 60. Than what we had on Rebirth.
I think 60 on Rebirth.
Although I have just read this actually, the island is about the same size. It's about the size of Rebirth Island, and suitable for lobbies up to 40 players in Resurgence. So all the people saying it was 3 to 4 times bigger are full of shit. And it actually is. It's pretty much exactly the same size as Rebirth. I think it's just there's more on the map than there is in Rebirth.
Yeah, I don't understand what did I say? What was that? J-God was like, I walked the game.
Right. Yeah. I think it's just he got it wrong as well.
I think the scale was
people were pointing it out that he was wrong as well in the comments of that tweet. So, but it's an exciting looking map. Lots of new POIs. Obviously, the big old keep in the middle of the island, which I mean, that just looks like rat heaven. And then it also looks a bit like World of Warcraft. I'm not gonna lie.
Some
Um,
WoW? What do you mean?
yeah, I mean, like the center of the keep, like you got a blue side and a red side. You know, it's kind of very WoW. Almost looks like what's the Alliance Fortress?
Oh, you talking about oh my,
Stormwind?
I don't know, dude. I never played WoW.
Uh, you know, I thought you did. But yeah, it kind of looks very similar to that.
Look crispy.
Obviously,
It's like
what's
the
that?
Alliance and
The Horde.
there it is, the Horde. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you watch the movie? That WoW movie was pretty
I did not.
good.
I
Check
stopped
it out.
playing WoW when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, but you should
Uh,
check out the movie. The movie's good.
yeah. But anyway, a lot of different things coming over the next season for the new map. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely gonna play it. But
You think they're
back
gonna?
into
Go ahead.
the world, back into the world of Caldera, we have an old favorite coming back. Storage Town
Verdansk?
from Verdansk is going to be back in Caldera. It's from what they've said, it is going to be the same size as it was in Verdansk.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Um,
Storage Town.
yeah,
I liked Landon Storage. It was easy to find
storage
money.
was yeah,
Get
storage
your
was
load
there was always
out.
good loot there. It was kind of like there were places that you could hide if you were being gunned.
Yeah, it was like
I like
it
storage.
was a good rotation after Superstore. You head over to
Oh yeah,
storage, kill them scrubs, and then based on the
depended
zone,
on the map rotation.
yeah,
Like
you either go north
you'd
or
either
south.
go storage or you'd go airport or you'd go across to
Hangars.
Tiddies. Like
Mm.
yeah, or even to V Towers.
How long ago was that? And
Um,
we're rattling
uh,
this stuff off like it was
Bruh,
yesterday.
I miss Verdansk, man. I miss it. I want it back. I want it back.
Put it in the
But anyway,
rotation. What are we doing?
right. But anyway, I mean, obviously you've got a couple of other changes they've made to Caldera. They've taken away a lot of the foliage and a lot of the trees
You know what they added?
in Caldera because they wanted more open space.
Yeah.
A lot of people were complaining about the fact that you just can't see anything in Caldera because there are just bushes and trees everywhere. They've cut back a lot on that. They are listening to the community massively, which I think is about time, but it's also a
Yeah.
huge W.
That's a huge W, and hopefully they continue forward with that to Warzone 2.
Yeah.
Like hopefully they're taking
I
all
think
this
they will.
data.
I think they will. They know they have to now because if they don't listen to the community, they're never gonna get a game
In
that's
some aspects, you got to be real here. The community is kind of, I mean, there's a lot of dummies.
Oh, it's a toxic community. Call of Duty is a toxic community.
Yeah.
They're never gonna be happy with anything.
I was gonna say, like, how long until they're? I think like 4 days into Fortune Keep there and be like, we want Rebirth back, like 100%.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not playing until Rebirth's back. It's like you didn't even
Right.
try Fortune's Keep. I'm sure the map's
Right.
great.
You literally just got on, saw that Rebirth wasn't there, and got on Twitter.
Yeah, got on Twitter. You played 4 games, got bodied. You're like, I don't know the map.
Oh, for sure. But I'm excited for learning a new map as well. It should be. I think it should be a good time. That's
What
for
is
sure.
so what's this mercenary vaults? Do you have any more information on that? Caldera
So
update.
the mercenary vaults. So you'll have a key card. Only one person can access them. If you die, that key card does not drop. So you're the only person that can. If you
Whoa.
get that key card, you're the only person that can access the vault. Long-serving operators know that key cards are rare drops out of supply boxes, contracts, or even enemy operators who find them during their mission. Keycard is bound to the operator who picks it up, and only he can use any of the 7 bunkers.
Wait, go back.
Um,
I thought it said didn't it say enemy operators? So they do drop 'em?
maybe they do drop them, but only one person can use it on the team. I guess maybe I don't know.
Interesting. So do you
It's something we'll work out.
Do they? Oh, so they're opening the vault for the team.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I love the vault stuff in
I think the vaults were great when we had them in Verdansk.
and in Apex Legends.
I don't play Apex, so I wouldn't know. But anyway,
Getting a key card.
once
to go to the vault.
used, the bunker will reveal a lion's
tier
share
loot?
of riches, gold, weapons, equipment, and more. Get
Specialists.
you and the squad in there and out quick because there could be other squads trying to ambush and take the spoils of Warzone for themselves. So I'm excited for that. I think bunkers are always a good thing. I hope that it's not going to happen, but the risk is people are always going to camp them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna
I mean,
camp up.
that's always something that happens. But they're going to be inside of the transit system as well. So if you, I mean, you literally have to be waiting outside the vault now. You can't wait on top because otherwise I see a lot of people going into the vault and then just using transit to get out.
Yeah, I mean that is just, that's the smartest way to play. But who
It
plays
is.
who
It
plays
is.
this game smart?
No one. So also new changes that are coming, especially in Capital, scaffolding and bridges can now be found, linking together the busy central district that contains fire station and apartment complexes by their rooftops. So you'll now be able to actually go across rooftops, instead of having to drop down and then climb up more stairs and then drop down and go up more stairs to get different buildings. So
That's
I like
downtown
that.
or capital area?
Capital, yeah.
Huh.
I think
Okay.
that's a good. I think that's a good change. I don't really go into Capital a lot. I don't really like it that much.
I don't mind
Um,
it. I don't mind capital.
yeah,
I don't. There's not many people that usually go there. That one building that people go because they can get on the roof, above the roof, out
mm,
there next to the zip. Yeah, and some people will be at fire, but usually, unless the zone is pulling there, like nobody's hanging out there.
right. Dig site is also no longer going to have skulls and bones after a successful excavation, eliminating multiple cover points in this sunken area. So just eliminating more cover points to make the map more open, to allow for those more those easier gunfights that aren't trying
Yeah.
to shoot someone off a head glitch. The dry dock in Arsenal now holds a ship in there, which is going to obviously have more loot. And and it's got, I mean, it
That's
allows for
not
more
bad.
close quarters engagements.
Arsenal's a good
Um,
drop. I like that.
Arsenal's not a bad one. New staircases and site alterations to Peak Summit make it easier to maneuver around the area. Which I don't really like the new peak. I think there's just way too much going on there now. In
That's a lot
terms of
going
just
on.
like different levels and everything like that.
A
And
whole.
that's just one change coming to Peak. Look for a new industrial area north of Peak as a great place to stock up on supplies. A place you can drop and get some loot and then head straight to Peak, basically.
Is that where they're
Similar
putting
to like
storage?
how people did with. It's not going to be where storage is, no.
Did
Um,
they say where they're putting storage or not?
yeah, they did. Where's it going to be?
I was trying to find the map.
Storage Town will be located between Mines, Airfield, Village, and Dig Site. So also there is a new military camp that takes up the open space above the tunnel, east of Summit. So that's just a new sort of place to loot above that tunnel rather than open space. And some deforestation along with green military tents at the gondola station. There's a new step-like incline from the dried-out riverbed, spanning from the gondola up to peak, as well as similar staircase-like rocks outcropping leading up to the main station from points northwest. So basically making it easier to climb up the mountain without having to take
Yeah.
zip lines or take the gondola, which, again, W. Because climbing up that mountain is usually impossible.
Yeah, that
Unless you're
ain't
literally going like
it.
sideways around it, get to the top.
Yeah, you gotta hit the
Also,
zips.
yeah, it's not the only riverbed that's dried up. Look to the foothills southeast of Peak. One of the major bodies of water
They
completely evaporated and dammed up.
should get rid of all of
Um,
them, honestly. Like,
they pretty
because you
much
can't
have got
slide,
rid of most of the water.
can't slide cancel through them. It's like you
Right,
can't. You go through there, you're dead. I mean, what water was there in Verdansk? Like none. There was none.
right, exactly. The shallow water near docks has receded, making this area easier to run through. Which again is a huge W. Other bodies of water that will disappear, including the pool atop of Cliff Bridge, in the massive fields overlooking the capital. The farmland below this bridge is also dried out due to the unexpected heat wave. Don't
Whoa.
expect any more quick dips near radio station and factory either. The rivers are dried up here, offering dry steps to take cover on. And
I think it's a
then
W.
one final area where the drought is hit hard is the village. Its main river will be completely dried up, giving operators a chance to explore its riverbed for items. There's going to be a lot of loot there. They did say not all water has gone from Caldaria. Look for shallow pools instead of a river at the northeast and south ends of mines.
Yeah,
So there
where
is
the big
still some water
pools.
in them on the map, but they're going to be probably areas you can still slide cancel through and slide through. They're basically just trying to make movement easier around the map. And then basically that covers a large change. There are some more to explore with the update. There's a new logging station coming, another minor, as well as other minor area updates while exploring the new area of the map.
They're calling them micro POIs.
Micro POIs is the name they are calling it. So, look, what I'll say is, honestly,
I got something micro for you.
they are, of course you do. Always making it sus with you. They are really doing a lot of work to try and make the game better, and
Woo!
I think they are really listening to the community now, and making the change that the community wants. And I think I have to say I think they're doing a great job with it, and I hope it continues into Warzone 2.
Can we get rid of tracer packs? Like, I get the skins are cool, but like, nobody wants tracer gun browns, dude.
Right.
It's hard to track.
What I did see actually is that for Warzone 2, so you know how you buy a bundle currently.
Yeah.
Say it's got a nice skin on it.
Yeah.
You want to put a different attachment on it, and the skin disappears.
They need to fix that. Is that what they said?
They are ready. They are ready. So
they're gonna make so much more money with that. Like
with Warzone 2, every single gun that has basically like a
just like a certain
every
barrel
variant
will
have every single attachment will have that same thing on it.
It should. Yeah, that's super smart.
So
they're gonna make
you
so
basically
much more money.
they will, because players don't want to buy a gun that doesn't have any of the attachments that they have on it.
Like the dragon one or
whatever.
whatever.
Take off all the attachments and there's nothing left on there.
Just the barrel, just the
right.
body of the gun is different. You're like, what are we doing? That's huge. I mean, we could have, if that was Blizzard. I mean, you're hiring. We could sit there and do stuff like that all day. I mean, that's if I worked there for 40 hours, I would have thought of that idea months ago, years ago.
Right, but it's more the fact that they were just they were too lazy to implement it.
Yeah.
And they're also, I think, to be fair to them, I can imagine that taking up a lot of file size. They don't want to add to the current file size.
Yeah.
Whereas with Warzone 2, they are hoping to have a much more reduced file size to make it easier, not only to play the game, but to optimize it as well.
Have they said anything about attachments for Modern Warfare 2? I would assume 5.
Expect the same as we have with Vanguard.
You think 10 is the play?
I think that's what they'll go with. I think we'll have 70 attachments for each gun again.
I think, yeah, you're probably right, because it keeps people grinding. Like, I was leveling up the Blixen before this, trying to get through the battle pass, which ain't gonna happen. I should probably just accept that. Maybe just go to the next 100 COD points and keep it moving. But yeah, it keeps people playing the game. Like, especially you said you're gonna be grinding camos. The worst ones.
Well, not this one.
Yeah.
With the new game, I will be grinding camos for sure. I think, mainly at the start of the game. Just because, you know, why not? Warzone 2 is not going to be out. I'm probably not going to be dropping into Caldera. I mean, I'm going to be playing Modern Warfare 2. So
yeah.
Especially if there's a ranked mode, I'll be grinding that early as well. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do camo and gun grind.
Is it gonna
right at the start
take us back? I think. I hope there's like a master prestige. I liked when there was a max cap of everything. I don't know if there's going to be a thing like that. I don't even know if there's a thing like that on Vanguard, because seasons change. I don't know what's going on. You can't even tell what rank you are. I have no idea what anything is. Like.
Yeah, no, I know. It will be interesting to see what they do. I'm excited though. I'm excited for the rest of this year. Not only with where Warzone is going.
Couple months?
Couple months, yeah, but obviously with
4 months.
End of October it comes out.
4 months.
Yeah. But yeah, not only with Warzone, but also a couple of other games that I'm really excited for coming out very shortly.
What, the new FIFA?
One of them, no, new Formula 1 game comes out at the end of this month.
You getting a racing? You have a racing wheel or what?
I don't. I need to get one.
You should get one. You should get one and then have a cam on the wheel. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Nah. But yeah, we'll see.
sick.
We'll see. It's I'm excited for that to come out. New Formula 1 manager game coming out as well, similar to all those who know Football Manager, which is still one of the biggest games in the world.
I have no idea what you're saying right now. I've never heard of it ever.
Yeah, no, don't listen to him. He's an idiot. But new Formula 1 manager coming out, which again, very excited for. We'll definitely be playing that on stream as well.
Manager.
Yeah, basically like manage an F1 team. It's awesome. I can't wait for it.
The money. There's a bunch of updates to Vanguard too. I mean, is that even
There
worth
are.
it?
I mean, there's a lot more. We could go on for hours about all the updates they're doing. They're doing a lot of quality of life updates. They'll be doing a lot of weapon balancing.
Did you look at any of these skins at all?
I didn't.
New operators.
Honestly, I'm not going to be spending my money on these new operators, these new skins, whatever it is, because like we've got 3 months and they're all disappearing anyway. So
yeah, that's smart.
It's going to be a complete fresh start for Modern Warfare 2. So I'm just not going to bother.
Well, I mean, has that been?
That has been confirmed.
That Warzone 2 is coming out then?
No, Warzone 2 will not be dropping on release. It'll be dropping later in the year. But like I said, I'm probably not going to be touching.
Yeah, because everything's disappearing. So it's like, well, they said you can play. I mean, you'll still be able to play Warzone. They're going to keep the servers up.
Right. Well, I mean, as soon as Warzone 2 comes out, no one's going to play Warzone.
I mean, people still get on Modern Warfare, I guess.
Okay. No, people will still be playing Warzone, but not to the same extent.
Funny that Warzone 2 comes out, they have Rebirth Island as the most popular mode. That would be a big L.
I mean, I think they've got to do something with map rotations with the new Warzone when it comes out.
They might not be able to. They said it's gonna be on a new engine or something. Right?
Well, yeah, but I think that it's gonna be a lot more optimized. A lot of the smaller games. So, I mean, you got to think there are like 120 guns in Modern Warfare now.
Crazy.
Because of with Cold War, Vanguard, and Modern Warfare all in Modern Warfare.
It's nuts.
That game size is just huge. So I think what they're going to do is for each Warzone they're going to do is going to be fresh from now on, like new guns.
Yeah, they should.
Like they're not going to roll it over each year because they just can't.
And I think it will help drive sales a little bit too for the game because if you didn't need to buy the game, I wonder how many people bought Cold War and then the numbers compared to people who bought Vanguard.
I don't know. I mean, God knows, but I mean, the thing is, like, you can just drop into plunder and you can rank up a gun. Like,
yeah,
not that hard, I mean,
too.
Yeah, it's easier to do. It's easier to do it in Vanguard or in Cold War, but I mean, game sales were lower for Cold War and Vanguard than they were for Modern Warfare. So
yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is probably gonna be a hitter.
Oh yeah, I imagine this game will be one of their best selling games.
They're doing a good job promoing it for sure.
They are, and I'm excited for it. I definitely am.
So mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Anyway, I think that's all from us here on the Vectorcast for this week's episode. I've been Illy96. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, not Instagram, but YouTube, TikTok, basically all the socials apart from Instagram. Possibly moving to YouTube for streaming soon.
Same. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, maybe on a different episode we'll talk about Twitch's possible changes coming up, which would push a lot of smaller creators away.
Yeah, I just hope it would be nice if the viewers because YouTube is tough to navigate. No, just YouTube. I'm saying it's tough to navigate live. There is a button for it, but I don't think anybody tunes in. If they're not watching Tim or Dr. Disrespect.
Well, I get what you mean. It's a tough market.
For sure.
But I mean, Twitch is as well. Anyway, Monks.
Twitch is tough. I'm Monk's Blood. I'm out here. We're doing it. Follow me on the internets. We're gonna stream. Been getting into Diablo Immortal. Pretty fun mobile game you can play on your PC. Not too shabby. But we're gonna go ahead.
You gonna be doing that tonight, or are you playing Call of Duty tonight? What are you doing?
I don't know. I might hop into Warzone for a little while until I can't take it anymore, and then play some Diablo Immortal.
So about 10 minutes.
Drink a couple brewskis and call it an evening. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. You gonna play some FIFA?
I don't know yet. Yeah, undecided on where I'm gonna be doing tonight.
Okay. We'll pop back into the Discord call, and you can probably find us streaming here in a little bit. I've been Monk's Blood. You guys are awesome. We love each and every one of you. Hit us up. Like, subscribe, whatever. Talk some smack in the comments. We don't care.
Always, yeah. Do it. Peace.
Peace.